The story of the film begins at the Royal Deli Club, where a little girl is shown searching for her lost cat. Now, as the party is about to begin, we get introduced to all the characters attending the party. Starting with Liam, who is completely flirtatious. Next in line is Jack, who is a drug addict. Then we have Ryan, who comes from a royal family, but he's mostly a big pretender. Next is Alex, who is unfortunate because, according to him, nothing ever goes his way. Then, we see Ruby, who is mother of Jack, and her specialty is talking. She's an expert at it. In the end, we see Sarah, who is a very big actress. Actually, everyone says she's a great actress of B-grade films. So, no matter what, after coming to this club, everyone sees themselves as celebrities. After that, we see Bella, who is a widow. When the party was about to start, the little girl sees something that shocks everyone. She sees the corpse of a man named George. The next morning, a CP Ben arrives to investigate the case. The president of the club informs him that it is an open and shut case. The death is just an accident. He gives him a tour of the club and takes him to the dead body, which is not George's dead body, but Liam's. Ben starts investigating. He checks the CCTV camera installed in the gym. They see that the camera is covered by balloons. They check the footage and see that Liam's protein shake is kept in the fridge, but after a while, the entire camera is covered with balloon. After observing some things here, Ben tells the president of the place that this incident is not an accident at all, but a murder. After this, Ben begins to meet with all the people here, trying to get to know them. Ben meets with Cookie, who makes strange statues and often mixes cocktails and juice. Bella and Ruby are also there. Cookie tells Ben that she found Liam's body in the gym. And here we also see George, who was found dead initially, but he wasn't dead. He was just doing some small jobs around here. They tells a CP about the fight in the club last night. Liam, who is very famous here, is actually a gym trainer, but he got into an argument with Vijay Singh. Liam had called him uncle, which led to a dispute between them, where Alex represents himself as Liam's lawyer. Ben asks to meet with Alex. Bella calls Alex, tells him that a CP wants to meet him. Alex arrives and meets with Ben. He tells Ben that he represented himself as Liam's lawyer because he was a friend, and these rich people are only scared of lawyers. A fierce fight breaks out, and suddenly, everyone in the club starts fighting each other as if it were a fish market. Ben interrogates all the club members one by one. He was observing everyone in the club. It doesn't seem like he suspects anyone in particular. Suspicions arise because the characters of all the club members are somewhat strange. While Ben is investigating club members, Alex goes to Bella. She tells him, "I called you so many times, but you didn't answer any of my calls." Alex then says to her, "You are supposed to marry someone else." The scene shows an incident from 3 years ago, where we witness Bella and Andrew's engagement. During Bella's engagement, we also see Alex. Alex tells Bella that when she was getting engaged, she shouldn't have invited him here. Bella tries to stop him, but Alex leaves. Scene shifts to the present. Bella responds, "If someone's husband died, can't you pick up the call then?" To which Alex says he had no idea about it at all. Bella tells Alex that Andrew, her husband, was going on a hike. An accident had occurred involving the bus that went directly into a pit, resulting in the death of all passengers. While the dead bodies of most were found, the bodies of 4 individuals, including Andrew, remained missing. Jack meets Alex there, and they are very good friends. Everyone knows that Jack used to indulge in drugs, but now he tries to assure everyone that he doesn't engage in any such activities anymore. Ben had already understood one thing. The stories of all these people are very interesting, and there are many mysteries behind them. After this realization, Ben goes to Liam Matthews' house, where he finds some women jewelry. After this, we see Bella telling Alex that her habit of stealing has resurfaced, and she had stolen Ben's glasses. In fact, Bella informs him that this habit of stealing was present before marriage, but had stopped after marriage. However, after Andrew's departure, this habit has resurfaced again. Liam had come to know about this, so he was blackmailing her. Alex and Bella go to Ben and inform him about everything. They return the stolen glasses safely. Ben tells them that they are not alone. There are many others who have been blackmailed by Liam. Following this, they head to Liam's orphanage, where he was raised. After arriving there, they meet a boy named Rocky, who works here. Bella learns that many people from the club have donated to this orphanage. After that, Ben begins to interrogate them all to find out why the donations were made. It all starts with Ruby, who explains that I gave it as charity to the orphanage. Then it's Ryan's turn, and he tells that they often donate money to the orphanage because they like doing it, not because Liam was blackmailing him. After that, Ben goes to Sarah for interrogation. During questioning, he asks her why she donates money to the orphanage, to which Sarah explains that she has been donating to that orphanage for the past 20 years because she understands the importance of orphan children. Ben tries to find out about that protein shake, and he finds out that there was actually a drug called Pinko in that protein shake. After consuming it, Liam's body stopped functioning, and he dropped the barbell on his neck, causing his death. Now, even Bella and Alex were aware of this drug called Pinko, so they start investigating about the drug in a club. They see Jack there buying drugs, so they go to Jack's place and Bella finds some Pinko in his drawer. George is seen looking for the cat in the club's kitchen. Suddenly, he sees something that surprises him greatly because his cat was killed in the oven. He is completely shocked by this sight. The next morning, Ben sees George adding extra water in the beetroot, and he is also talking to himself. Elections had arrived, and the main contenders in those elections were Sarah and Ryan. Meanwhile, because George's cat had died, Bella goes to him and gives him encouragement. George was feeling like someone had killed his cat, but Bella tells him that the oven was left open, causing his cat to enter, and that's how the tragedy occurred. While everyone was waiting for the result of election, a fight breaks out between Alex and Jack. People gather and they hear a gunshot. Everyone follows the sound and finds out that George had killed himself, and Ryan's flare gun was found there, which George had used to take his own life. But Ben didn't feel like that. He felt like someone might have killed George. After that, they start checking the place where George lived, and they find a lot of coffee there. They understand that George had a strong liking for coffee. Ben questions Jack and Alex about their fight. Bella and Alex tell Ben about Mr. Chad, who is used to supply drugs to Jack. Just as Bella and Alex were discussing all these things, suddenly Alex notices some jewelry from Liam's house, and among that jewelry, he sees the earrings he had given to Bella. Seeing this, after that, he has a big argument with Bella because he realized that something was going on between Liam and her. Bella tries to explain to him that when Andrew passed away, she was completely alone, and Liam was there for her. And that's why he was blackmailing her, but Alex leaves. Bella goes to Ben and tells him everything. She didn't want to bring this matter out because if it came out, Alex would also know about it. And that's exactly what happened. After that, Ben goes to Alex's house to have dinner. There, they have beetroot curry. Alex's mother tells him something. If too much water is added to beetroot curry, it spoils. Hearing this, he remembers that George often added extra water to the beetroot curry in the club garden. He leaves and orders to immediately start digging there. They find a skeleton. Now Ben realizes that George didn't add water to the beetroot. He used to add water to the body because it contained a mixture of coffee, vinegar, and water. If water is added after all this, it turns into acid. During the examination of the skeleton, they realize that it belongs to a man aged between 30 to 40 years, and there are some pieces of glass on his forehead. These pieces of glass are used by Cookie to make her idols. Ben goes to Ryan, and after reaching there, Ben is completely surprised because there is no royalty about Ryan. He is actually a very poor man. He tells them that everything was taken from him, but he wanted to maintain his image, so he joined the club. It is revealed that Cookie had made 2 idols. Using one of the glass pieces, she had made a statue and gave it to Ryan, while the other statue was given to Alex. But now, the needle of suspicion falls entirely on Ryan, because it was this statue that was used as a weapon to strike the skeleton's forehead. As a result, Ryan is arrested. Later, it's revealed that the dead body is of Andrew, Bella's husband. He tells Bella and goes to Alex's house to inquire about him. But he was still not at home, and they were asking about the statue. It dawns on them that the statue is not at their home. Grandma was aware of the statue. On the other hand, Jack commits suicide at night and leaves a note. but an attempt was made to rescue him at the right time. The next day, Ben calls everyone at the club. He starts revealing their secrets, starting with Ruby. He reveals that she had a son in 1992 who should be around 30 years old, but she had 2 daughters, which were much younger. Ruby comes forward and says that Liam was blackmailing her because of her son Rocky, who was in an orphanage, and Liam wanted him to be accepted by everyone. She reveals to everyone about him and acknowledges him as her son. Ben explains about the skeleton, which he had already told Bella about. He reveals that the skeleton actually belonged to Bella's husband, Andrew. He explains that last night they found a suicide note with Jack, in which it was written, "I'm sorry for everything, Bella." And after that, he wrote, "I love you." It means that Jack, who liked Bella for a long time, but Bella did not reciprocate his feelings. So he got angry and killed her husband and buried him with Help George in the club's garden. Jack's mother gets angry. She tells everyone that Jack could never do such a thing. He may be an addict, but he couldn't do this. Ben knew that Jack didn't commit the murder. He was just revealing everyone's secrets. After that, Ben talks about footage he found on Liam's tab, in which Alex is seen going into Bella's house on their anniversary night, the night Andrew was murdered. Alex loved Bella and couldn't bear to see her with someone else. Alex killed Andrew with the statue in their house. He buried him in the club garden with help of George. So everyone thought the case had been solved. As they were taking him away, Bella speaks up from behind and starts revealing everything. Ben already knew everything. She explains that she always wanted to be associated with a royal club because she always wanted to live like a celebrity of the royal club. That's why she married Andrew. However, although she married Andrew, there was only one thing missing in her life, and that was Alex. One day, she comes to know about that her husband is cheating on her. She confronts her husband Andrew, but he responds very rudely and says he will divorce her. Bella wished for Andrew only to the extent that they appear as the perfect couple, even if he didn't love her. But Andrew wasn't listening to her, which made Bella angry, and she attacks Andrew with the statue kept there, ultimately killing him. After this, Bella sought George's help and disposed of his body. However, one day in a state of intoxication, George reveals everything to Liam. Upon learning the truth, Liam starts blackmailing Bella. Bella says once you kill someone, murder becomes a part of your list of solutions. So, she planned to kill. She burned George's cat, gave Jack a high dose of drugs, replaced Liam's protein shake, manipulated George into killing himself, drowns Jack in bathtub. Ben came to know about all this when they had gone to Alex's house. Because Grandma told him that the statue used to scare her, so she gifted it to Bella, which was used by Bella to kill her husband Andrew. The murderer was actually Bella, not Alex. Ben tells Alex not to fight Bella's case because love can entangle even the best of people, and he doesn't want him to get caught up in this case. With this, the film ends here.